They carded fire too. Yeah, they're like, no card, no fire. I was like, okay. I got handed a kids menu. I don't know if you know the age cutoff for kids menus, but it's about 11. 10 or 11. We were at this crowded restaurant, the waiter comes rushing over, hands out some normal menus to my friends, and then places the kids menu in front of me, and in like a saccharine, patronizing voice goes, "Here, see if you can figure this out." And he hands me a pen. And I was less upset about the kids menu than I was about getting a ballpoint pen to complete a coloring page. Where are my crayons? It was an aquarium scene, and I was like, all these fish are depressed. This one's depressed, this one's depressed, this one's been cut out of the family. Was at the Safeway self-checkout. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I wanted to get my stuff and get out of there. But while I was ringing myself up from over here, I'm hearing, "Young man, young man, young man." I'm like, okay. Finally, I turn over and it's this big bearded white dude, old guy, who looked very concerned. And he's like, "Are you here all alone? Where's Mama and Papa?" I could tell he thought I was a neglected child shopping for my family. And normally I play along in these kinds of situations because I'm being congratulated for something a basic adult could do. Like, "You're working already?" So I started playing along. I said like, "Oh, they work late." I'm like, "Oh, that's sad." So then I leaned in and I just said, "I'm 36. He's like, I was like, "I'm 36. He like looked even more worried. So I just power walked out of there. I'm like, I'm not here for this. I make Lyft drivers nervous. I got into this Lyft and the guy looks in the rear view at me and says, "Oh, you have your own Lyft account." And I was like, "Yeah, I called you." And we're driving in silence for about a few minutes, and then he says out of nowhere, "Is it a medical condition?" My baby face. I was too stunned to say anything creative, but it was a really awkward ride. Got in this other Lyft, and a teenager gets in the back seat, and I'm all grumpy like, "Well, she's not going to get asked if she has a medical condition." And it's clear we're taking her to high school. So we get to the high school, she gets out, the driver drives me to BART, and then stops short and looks very afraid, like, "Wait, which high school am I taking you to?" Yeah, apparently you have to be 18 or over to have a Lyft account because there's some kind of waiver situation. But I was the officiant at my sister's wedding, and I was like, okay, I'm in the bridal party, it's a wedding. I forgot my ID in the hotel. But I get there, and my friend brings me a glass of wine and sets it on the table, and the waitstaff immediately takes it away. But my family are all alcoholics, so they were very concerned that I had an adult beverage in front of me. So like drunken zombies, they kept appearing out of nowhere with glasses of wine, like, "And you guys should glass of wine." Waitstaff immediately takes it away. Finally, we're in the dining hall, we're all sitting down to eat, and my dad's like kind of yelling at the meter maid, "Well, how old do you think the bride is?" So finally, they bring me a glass of wine, but the guy leans in, and in that voice you hear parents scolding their children at like Target, he's like, "We're only giving you this glass of wine because your dad got very angry, and we're afraid we're going to lose our liquor license, so you better be inventorying properly." So there's a picture of me from the wedding where I'm at the table and there's a glass of wine right here magnifying my face, and I have a huge grin on my face like, they finally have it. I was volunteering at the San Francisco Opera House for a fundraiser, and this fellow volunteer feels entitled to say to me, "What are you, 12? Yeah. She's like, I have socks older than you. I was like, that is fucking disgusting. They better be a collector's item framed in your living room or something. Yeah. I like going to live comedy. Obviously, you do too. It's for me. But it's 21 plus, so I always get asked if I'm old enough to be there. But I like sitting in the front because I like to talk to the comics. So Maria Bamford thought I was too young and said, I'm a baby too, I'm so sorry I did that to you. But I was at this one show sitting in the front with my friend, and the male comedians kept calling us a Christian mingle couple. He thought we were too young and innocent to be there. If you hear my voice cracking, I take testosterone and it's only helping me with So he keeps, finally he point blank asked me, like, how old are you? Are you old enough to be here? And I said, yeah, at the time. I'm like, I'm 32. And he's like, oh, sorry. And then in his next joke, he's like, all right, to me, mocking eyes, I'm gonna teach you how to last longer in sex. Pay attention. This is an education. So he's like telling me the joke. We're locked eyes. I'm like to my friend, I am so sorry. She outs me to the guy at the end and is like, the guy's so embarrassed. But yeah, I already know way too much about heterosexual sex. It's in the media, it's everywhere, but I did not need to know that. He was teaching me how to pull out before. Oh, I'm allergic to dick, I'm that late. Yeah, anyway, you guys have been wonderful. I'm still 36. I hope you have a great rest of the show. Thanks, you guys.